Hello, Leo. It's Fawn and Fire Intuitive. I am doing November 2018 readings for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is a general reading. The messages are not going to resonate with everybody. So if this doesn't resonate with you, check out my readings for your Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, or contact me in the box below for a personal private reading. You can email me at fawnandfireintuitive@gmail.com. Also, guys, check me out on Instagram, Fawn and Fire Intuitive, or just search Fawn and Fire. I do offer mini readings there, and I love being able to connect with you guys and see your faces and who you are. All right, Leo. So what we are doing this month, I am doing the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. That way you can kind of cater your decisions towards that best case scenario. And of course, it will depend on the energy of the people around you, but we're also going to look into the energetic blocks and try to clear those out of the way so you have a heads up and you can move towards what you're ultimately wanting in November. We're going to start out with life and then we'll do love at the end. So you can fast forward if you want the love reading, but I do recommend watching the whole thing because usually it all plays together. The cards, tend to build on each other. I did pull oracle cards for your overarching energy for November, the main focus, the high level focus. I did that before. So we have warrior woman. This can be warrior man or woman. But if you weren't afraid, what would you do? And then we have inner temple, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart, Leo. So it seems like some of you have this itch, this desire, this dream, something, and a lot of times this is something you felt since childhood, something that's resonated with you. You've seen certain movies. You have this deep desire for a certain kind of love, or in your heart that you've always been called to something, and it's going to be different for each one of you. But, we get told certain things. Oftentimes we look at the practical and it's like, I could never do that, but the cards are saying, oh, but you can. What do you love? What do you desire? If you weren't afraid, what would you do? Because you're a warrior, you're a badass, and you can do it. So let's look into best case and worst case scenario for November. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, November 2018. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck and get 3 cards for best case, 3 cards for worst case. And then we'll look into the energy blocks. I'm loving this warrior woman card today. I saw it for a personal reading I did too, and I'm like, yes. Okay, what popped out here? We have the Empress, new beginnings, birthing something. The Empress is powerful. You have, I feel, with the sword and the Empress, I feel like the power of Grayskull. I have the power. What show is that? He-Man and She-Ra. Yes. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. So yes, it might shake up some foundations that you've had, okay? Financially, it might be a risk. But with these 2 cards, those foundations haven't been serving you anyway, okay? You are biting at the bit for a new beginning, and you have actually, everything you've gone through in life has prepared you for this new beginning. All right, I'm going to put those back at the bottom. Best case scenario. All right, interesting. Okay, first, these aren't going to seem very good, but I'm already feeling what they mean. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse. Best case scenario, wish is not coming true. What? I don't think that's what it means. The Hanged Man, okay? No, this one's upright. The Hanged Man. Could be dealing with a Pisces. And we have the Seven of Swords. Deception, stealing, thieves. What? No, what I feel like is you staying stuck. It is, first off, you're kind of having to lie about who you are. In order to feel okay, some of you might have to you have methods of escape, certain addictions, and it might even just be playing Candy Crush for hours, or for some people it could be more. It could be like pornography, or affairs, or drinking. And I feel like you've gotten to the place though where you are you've stopped and you're like, okay, wait, I'm not a martyr. I'm a person. I have the right to live an authentic life. I have the right to be myself. And this could be you or somebody around you, I just felt to say. But it's like you are not willing to get up on that cross and sacrifice yourself for everyone else's happiness, which is smart, because ultimately if you're not happy, you can't make anyone else happy. Sure, people might feel comfortable if you keep all their their rules and their control and their fear, you live the life they want you to live. They might seem like they're happy, but ultimately you're not living at this vibration of love and creating and courage, where you actually are imparting something to the people around you. So your best case scenario is you're going to decide, I'm sick of being what other people want me to be, because I know that I'm living a lie. Swords are thoughts, so it's not like you're this huge thief. But you're in your mind, you're okay, well, yeah, part of it lines up, but a lot of it doesn't. And I'm ready to get down. At least I'm ready to start thinking about it. Can I have what I ultimately want? And this might be with that Empress. This might be the first trimester, where you are kind of recognizing this isn't serving me. And that doesn't make me a bad person, because somebody else's paradigm of what my life should look like is not serving me. And I am ready to release fear and stop being like a martyr, oh, this is my lot in life, I have to do it. Who says you have to do it? Who says? Who says? So many of the things we think we have to do are such a lie. And we don't realize, we stay because of kids, or we stay, we do certain things because, well, everyone says that's how you do it. And if everybody says it, it's got to be right. But ultimately, it's not satisfying, and ultimately, it's not working. If you look at the state of, anyway, I don't need to go that deep, right? But if you look at the state of the world, yeah, it hasn't really worked. Control and fear and everybody, living this narrow life hasn't necessarily worked. Your worst case scenario, interesting. You have a new offer, the Ace of Pentacles. So your worst case scenario is you have a new beginning, or your worst case scenario is some of the stuff you've been trying to hide comes out. Okay. It could be some of the stuff you're trying to hide comes out. It could be that, you have a new beginning, but it goes against your intuition about what you really want. We do have the King of Cups here. So again, you could be dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio with this High Priestess. Some of you are definitely dealing with a water sign. We do have the King of Cups here. And I'm feeling like it could be okay, well, yeah, you're I'm doing the loving thing. I'm doing the right thing. But ultimately, we'll see. Let's see. Eight of Swords, but you feel trapped. You look from the outside, it looks really pretty. From the outside, it looks really pretty. Look at him. Look at him. I mean, he's pretty. He's pretty. He's got it together. He's got his cup and his staff, and he's leaning back, and his hair's blowing in the wind. It's on Instagram. It looks great. It looks great, but in his mind, it's a prison. It's a prison. Where nobody can see, it's a prison. Yeah, and it's like you never really reach your full potential. It looks good on the outside, but on the inside you feel smaller than you actually are. Let's look at what the energetic blocks are. And I get with this Page of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, like you have something that you really want to do. Something big. And it is going to be a risk. But the alternative is settling for a lot less than what you could get. What are the energetic blocks here? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And again, you could get, yes, you might get, like if you do it everyone else's way, yes, you might get accolades. You might make your dad happy. You know, you might make somebody happy. You might fulfill somebody else emotionally. But you won't be fulfilled emotionally. Your energetic blocks are community, being afraid of what people might think, being afraid of letting people down. But the truth is, when things are done in love, I've seen some miraculous situations that you think would end horrible, end amazing because it's done in love and like truth is just told. And it's like miraculous how smoothly it goes. And your other energetic block is not wanting to walk away, which is okay. You know, you can't be ready till you're ready. Like I said, for some of you, you're in the first trimester of like deciding like, okay, I'm not feeling satisfied here. And you do have to kind of go within and you're going to get some enlightenment on why. Why am I feeling inauthentic? Why am I feeling dissatisfied? Why am I feeling trapped in a prison in my mind? And how can I reconcile this? So, you know, it's not, you know, 0 to 50 miles per hour. But it is taking that time, not escaping to deal with it, but actually taking the time to deal with it, okay? That seems like what the energetic blocks are. Let's move on to love. All right, I'm going to do singles, couples, and it's complicated, and we will look into best case and worst case scenario for each, okay? I'm going to do them all. It's kind of going to go back and forth. So you take what resonates with you, okay? Like I said, they usually feed into one another. There's energies that cross over. So Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Love, November 2018. For singles, couples, and it's complicated. Because it's always complicated, right? It's so complicated. Okay. Singles, we have separation. So you might have just broken up with someone, or you are waiting on someone. You could be waiting on a twin flame soulmate. Or you could have just gone through like a recent breakup, a recent divorce. For couples, married and dating, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, okay? And we have the angels and the cherubs on top. So this is like for those it resonates with, this is a really deep connection, and certain things might have gotten out of balance. If you're married, certain things might have gotten out of balance, and it's important to get back to like, okay, why do I love this person? Why did I love them in the first place? If you've been focusing on the negative too much, or they've been focusing on the negative with you. If you're dating, this could be the one. This could be the one. Soulmate. For it's complicated. So definitely some of your twin flame soulmates in this Leo thing. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, so we're going to get 2 cards for each best case and worst case scenario, November 2018. I'm so extra. I can never just like, oh, and then I drop all the cards. I was going to say, I can never just like cut the deck like once or twice. I'm always like, oh, one more. Okay, I feel one more. So, and I end up with like 12 piles. And then I drop them all on the floor. So your best case scenario is you're falling in love, apparently. Your worst case scenario is you're making a giant mess from being extra. Just kidding. I won't project that on you. What a mess. Well, they're shuffled now. For darn sure. Okay. One more time. I apologize, Leo. I apologize. Just make sure there isn't any more down there. Okay. We're good. We're good. I'll be more careful this time. I won't be so extra. Okay, Leo, November 2018 for love. Best case and worst case scenario. Oh, I can't. I have to, okay, at least have to cut it 3 times. Sorry. Okay. Okay, for singles in separation. So going through a recent breakup or just being separated from someone you really care about and you feel a deep connection with. Your best case scenario is you kind of recognizing your own power to manifest victory in this situation. Okay. People see you as amazing. You need to see yourself that way. You need to stop thinking like you have, oh, I have so much to work on. I have so much to change. Eventually I'll get to the place where I can have my person. No, like recognize like you're there and you can have your person. Okay. Your worst case scenario is you're going to allow negative thinking with this 5 of Swords to just continuously stop like the stable offer that you're hoping for to come in. It's like each thought you're like, okay, well, maybe this, maybe that. Okay, maybe I don't want that person back. Maybe I want someone new. Maybe I want, and it's like instead of being able to like progress, it's like you have to just keep starting over. And like you get to this stable place and then you have to battle your thoughts again. Okay. But like you've got it going on. Look at him on the horse. He's glorious. He's glorious. The horse is pretty fancy too. Like, and everybody sees it. Everybody sees it. You need to see it, okay? And you already have everything you need to manifest this victory in November, which is pretty awesome. Manifesting a victory in November. For married and dating, we have the Fool in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in the upright, okay? So this could be the one. Like, stop thinking about other options. Stop daydreaming. Stop thinking like, okay, let me just see what else is out there. Let me just download Tinder one more time and swipe around just in case there's somebody better. Or, you know, if you're married and you've kind of forgotten like the spark in the relationship and you've been looking around and like, oh, well, I wish my husband was more like that. Or I wish my wife's ass looked like that. Or no, just kidding. Like right where you're at, look at the value that's there, okay? And make sure you're doing self-care, that you're seeing your own value and your own worth and your own strength, and that you are taking care of yourself, okay? Not like just letting yourself go or, and not, I don't mean it that way, but you know, like, if you're putting so much into the other person, you're not really taking care of yourself, but recognize your value and recognize the value of the other person, okay? Because sometimes we always want something new because we need that dopamine. We need that acceptance. And that's one of the hardest things about like dating in this day and age is there's always someone new. There's always something that might be better. So people never, they don't connect deeply. So it's important to know your own worth and value, and really like take time to see the value in the person you're connecting with, rather than constantly like jumping onto a new journey. Um, your worst case scenario isn't even all that bad. Your worst case scenario is you slow down a little bit, you work on yourself, you start to appreciate the yourself and how amazing you are, but also the other person, and you achieve temperance and balance, and you still, you know, and you might actually see that opposites attract. Someone that you were like, oh, this isn't working, but you know, she's got one foot on earth, one foot in water. She's fire and water, she's air and water, she's air and fire, she's all of it. Okay. She's the perfect balance between opposites. It might move slower than you want. It might seem like, you know, your worst case scenario is it leaves something to be desired. But it seems like a lot of you are with somebody um, pretty freaking great. And also, your worst case scenario is that you miss it because you're like, oh, well, I have this in front of me, but what's over there? And then you miss like this really great person, or somebody misses you. But, you know your worth. For it's complicated, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. We have the King of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This is an honest person, might be older than you. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Let's see why that is. Why are you not focused? Okay, so some of you have a soulmate actually that you're not even focused on. You're like, ah, they're too old for me, or yeah, it could have ended. It might have been like it didn't work out and you thought like it's over, and you haven't even been focused on it as much, which is a good thing. But the truth is coming out with you about your soulmate, okay? The truth is coming out about something. Yeah, there's going to be a message. We have the Page of Wands. This could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So truth is coming out, okay? You're going to get a message of truth, finally, about somebody who could have hurt you. And it's going to give you closure, so you're not so focused on it. Your worst case scenario is Eight of Swords in reverse and Eight of Cups in reverse, that you don't move on from the past pain and you just keep holding on. You don't seek after what serves you. Yeah, you don't heal. Four of Swords. You just stay caught up in this cyclical pattern of like thinking about it over and over and over again. Is there any hope for this soulmate relationship, or is this one that was over for a lesson? King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So either you have, you know, you could have new, like ultimately satisfying love coming in if you need to let this person go. Once you get, you know, once you get the truth, but ultimately this person might not even be giving you the whole truth, but someone new might be coming in who's younger and pretty hot and loving. Okay. And this person also might give you the truth, but they might be a little reserved emotionally. You might want like tears and like, no, I loved you the way you loved me and I miss you so much. You might not get that. You might get a like, hey, you look really nice today. I've been thinking about you, you know, and that's the truth. And it's not like coming in like the, you know, what's that called? The knight in shining armor. It's not that, you know, it's not like, I'm back, I want you. It's just like, hey, I've been thinking of you, you know. But your worst case scenario is keep being too energetically bound to it, so that your thought processes and you're not moving towards things that actually serve you in the interim, you know, while you're kind of waiting to see where it's going to go. But ultimately, your outcome is King of Cups, which is, it is positive. It's a king, two kings there. So it is somebody maturing emotionally and in honesty, which is good. And it can at least, at the very least, give you closure. All right, Leo. Whew, that one drained me, kind of. I hope you guys are just doing awesome. It's the end of 2018. I can't believe it. I will be back soon. Again, if you want a personal private reading, check the box below. Check out my Instagram, Fawn and Fire Intuitive. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.